They invite you to these parties, these house parties, and then they be like, oh, Whoop the Whoop gonna be there, like your favorite rapper, the big ass person, and Whoop the Whoop gonna be there. Oh,
You already know what it is. It's your boy Laid Back with another reaction, another review, another episode. Hey, TikToks, you up to bat.
Bitch, I'm drowning up in it. Most of you niggas is lazy. Half of you niggas fugazi. Yeah, I be spitting that crack shit, cause I was born in the 80s.
It's your boy Laid Back. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, two things we gotta do. You gotta hit that subscribe button. I'm drinking this water, man. You already know what it is. The kids to be free in 2023. The kids to be free in 2023. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Stay up to date with all the videos. We back with another reaction, man. We got an hour-long TikTok conspiracy theory video. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments what y'all think about these conspiracy theories, bro, because some of these joints be like eye-opening. I ain't gonna hold you up, though. We got a lot to get into. Hit that like button, man. Let's go ahead and get it. Fire Squad, what's poppin'? Let's get it.
This former child star exposes the truth about Disney and Hollywood.
Dark world we're in, I've noticed a pattern in what is being represented. People think that this stuff is just a game. There is a reason why you see people dressed up as Satan, not just, you know, like Satan slipping himself in a little bit. No, full on visuals of Satan, people dressed as Satan, you know, dressed as a demon, got upside down crosses all on their clothes or pentagrams on their clothes. And people are just like, oh, that's funny. It's, you know, we're making fun. No, there's a reason why the entertainment industry is doing that, y'all. They know good and doggone well that God exists. They also know that Satan exists. They're just counting on the fact that y'all don't know that. But either way, the things that you take in, that they're feeding you, those things affect you. Whether you realize it in the moment or not, they affect you. That's why they do it. Entertainment industry, it's about influence. I'm not gonna sacrifice the honesty in order to be
Ooh, I ain't gonna sacrifice the honesty.
All right, TikTok, this account is at risk for being permanently banned. Yes, my camera is shaking. I am shaking. I am mad. So I posted some media clips and put them all together, and it was about CPS losing 950 kids in Missouri. There were also more lost in California, Arizona, and Texas. But they don't want you to know that. You really all need to be asking yourself questions of why they don't want media clips that they posted and put out there all together to form a picture. Probably because that picture is actually pretty hideous. So if you see me on any other account, it's my backup. Come follow if you are in support of stopping the human child trafficking going on in this country.
That shit is crazy. That shit is definitely crazy out here too.
The Darkest Conspiracy Theories, Part 2.
The Bohemian Grove Club. The Bohemian Grove Club is a place located in the woods of California. It is a club filled with the world's most powerful people and the world's wealthiest. It has around 2,600 members. I'm talking politicians, actors, artists, presidents, writers, mostly anyone with a big name that possesses a lot of power. And there's still a huge waiting list of powerful people waiting to join. Each year they meet up to discuss what's gonna happen next in the world. JP Morgan was a part of this club, Clint Eastwood, and even Ronald Reagan. It's more like a cult than a club. People like Albert Einstein and Robert Oppenheimer even discussed the Manhattan Project there, which led to the world's first atomic bomb, taking the lives of millions of people. When it goes down, they worship an ancient owl god statue, in which they give fake sacrifices to. Yeah, they make a human shape out of sticks and twigs and put it in the fire.
Hail, fellowship's eternal flame. Once again, midsummer sets us free.
Who the hell is recording this? Who the fuck is recording this, and how did they know when it was happening? That's wild.
My only question is, what other huge world events are being discussed and planned as we speak?
California?
So I'm feeling conspiracy-y. Now I'm
not smarter than you, but I have been working in marketing pretty much for the past 10 years. And what I will tell you is that the sooner that we realize that everything that we believe, we have been socialized to believe, and everything is marketing, the better off we will be. Hear me again when I say this. Everything is marketing. Everything that you believe is marketing. And everything is recycled. The dog whistles that you hear today, go woke, go broke, really think about this on so many levels. There were anti-literacy laws in place in America at the same time of existence as the Rockefellers. There were laws in place that said if you teach black people how to read, we will have problems. It is the same ideology that is recycled in this current system. The idea of go woke, go broke. If people become educated and aware of what is happening, we will lose profits. Everything is recycled. Nothing is brand new. The person who gets upset or annoyed at trends simply just does not have enough range. There is a concentrated effort happening to keep people
I agree with that.
asleep.
I agree with that.
And we've seen this is kind of like a ramp up and fallout because of what happened in 2020 where people had time to sit still and think. That was not, no, that's never the plan. It was never the plan for people to sit still and think.
Ooh, that was never the plan. Ooh, how many things shifted when people just sat down and was like, hold on, let me come out of the rat race and then let me just sit back and dissect what I've been learning, what I've been thinking, how I've been living my life and how I want my life to be. A lot of people start shifting how they think and start shifting and start being like, hold on, I don't want my life to go like this. But once you come out of the rat race, then you get to sit back and sit still and be able to analyze things properly without just going through the motions of doing the same thing day in and day out. I'm just saying.
And now we're seeing the problems. The problems aren't just coming from the fact that productivity and profits are increasing and wages are staying the same. They're more so coming from the understanding that I've seen behind the curtain of what you could do. And it's less expensive, and I could get it done online. And that exact scenario is happening all across the board because the reality that we were forced to believe literally broke in front of us, and everything that we're seeing is damage control. Now we're reeling back freedoms. I thought this was the land of the free. So even more conspiracy, as a content creator, you receive a lot of input from a lot of the world. Right. I'm a smaller creator, but between my 3 accounts, I have like almost 200,000 people. And so what you see often are bots coming in and infiltrating and sowing dissension. And what people don't understand is we spend all of this time reacting to these bots, sowing division. Now these things are called like the gender wars. And no one understands that if we are divided and not on the same page at all, we are exactly where we are wanted to be. Right. Nuclear warfare is not the way of warfare right now. It is purely technological. Ooh. So if you find yourself going off online, make sure it's you who's pulling the strings.
What they do is they invite you to these parties, these house parties, and then they be like, oh, Whoop the Whoop gonna be there, like your favorite rapper, the big ass person, and Whoop the Whoop gonna be there. Oh, before you get in, you gotta give us your phones and all this shit, and then they might do some gay shit.
She sound like she don't even want to really get into it. She sound nervous a little bit talking about it right now.
Person, and Whoop the Whoop gonna be there. Oh, before you get in, you gotta give us your phones and all this shit, and then they might do some gay shit to somebody, and then try to like and record it and tell them, oh, if you expose us, we gonna post it everywhere. And I know that from word of ear, but I know they do a lot of crazy shit in these house parties. And also, what I was about to say. Oh, okay. Let me tell you an experience I went through personally. So I was with some friends in LA, and it was this big influencer party. Should I say her name?
She about to
it
say
was
it.
Bella Thorne party. So
I don't even know
I got invited from some other friends. It was on Halloween. I already don't celebrate Halloween. That's the devil's day. But I happened to be with them, and they was going. I was like, fuck it, let's go. So it already was a lot of signs. The party said you have to be half naked. I'm like, first of all, I ain't going half naked nowhere. Second of all, it was like a lot of signs that was adding up that night. Like the same night on Hollywood Boulevard, the party was off Hollywood Boulevard. Some guy got shot and killed on Hollywood Boulevard, so the whole street was shut down. So that was another sign. So then we get to the party. You know, this is the beginning of all this COVID stuff. So we get up there. They talking about, oh yeah, you can't bring your phone in. I'm like, first of all, who ain't bringing their phone in? I'm bringing my motherfucking phone in. I don't give a fuck who you is. It could have been Kim Kardashian, and I'm bringing my phone. And then you gotta sign some papers. What am I signing some shit for to get into a party? Like, what? Like, I'm from Atlanta. We don't do shit like that. And then this is where it really threw me off. They said they had to prick your blood to get in.
Hell no.
I said, oh no, I'm good. Everyone else went. I called my Uber and left.
Hell no.
Like, that's the shit where I think they be trying to get you. And like, if it's like you gotta think about it. People move to LA for a dream. They chasing money, fame, clout, whatever. So they gotta think about it. Somebody, like a young girl that's trying to get on and just moved out there. She gon', oh hell yeah, better throw it in there. You don't know who else in there. Like, connections. Me, I'm good. Like, that shit gonna come naturally. I don't gotta prick my finger, take my blood to get into a party. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. I'm not finna do no something like that.
Now, you did.
That's crazy. That is hella crazy. Blood samples?
Okay, I don't want to sound crazy. I really don't.
Okay.
But I don't know if anybody else feels the way that I do or if I'm just crazy as shit. But it's too much, y'all. It's like, it's literally too much.
What's going on?
That's why I've been wearing this scarf on my head for the last month, because I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want to do it no more. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get the hell off this earth and never come back.
What?
I've been fucking tired since 2020. It seemed like ever since COVID happened and they shut the whole fucking world down, which that's another subject for another time, but you know you got to be a powerful motherfucker to be able to shut the whole entire fucking world down and fuck everything up. Fuck it up more than it already is. But I feel like it's been like a big ass shift and nobody noticed it. Like, it's too much going on and I can't keep up no more, and I'm tired of keeping up, honestly. You got the fucking lady seeing shit on the airplane, seeing a person that ain't real. You got motherfucking the president of the United States getting kicked the fuck out the office and getting his house raided. You got COVID, big ass virus, everybody dying. Everybody arguing about the real woman and real and not real and cis and
they were just talking about that in one of the previous clips. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, these motherfuckers digging up statues, finding ancient Egyptian statues. These motherfuckers talking about we getting visits from aliens, which them motherfuckers is not aliens, and they know it. They know it. I don't give a fuck. Call me a conspiracy theorist. And fake meat, fake food. You don't even know what to eat nowadays because you don't know what's real and what's not, and what's gonna knock your ass over and kill you. Y'all, I cannot. You got motherfuckers talking about a big ass blackout that's gonna happen, and you sit there and wait for that. How the fuck are we supposed to live life with all this shit going on? You got CGI and robots that you could talk to now that could create anything for you. Fake ass images. You don't know what's real and what's fake. Y'all, I don't know what to say no more, but I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. I'm done. I throw the fucking towel in. I'm done. What are we gonna do? And the only thing that I could think is, what the fuck is 2024 gonna bring? Because it seemed like this the real fucking movie and ain't no way out. We in the real fucking movie, and the only difference is this shit ain't fake. This shit real as fuck. And
she right about that. This is real life here, and this shit
giant steps in Peru.
You have got to be kidding me. Probably already know that this isn't a giant staircase. There still seems to be some confusion on it, so let me just drive it into the ground one last time. This is Ollanta Tambo. It is an Incan terrace farm. Milo, it looks like stairs. All right, riddle me this. If this was a staircase built for giants, why is there a human-sized staircase in the middle of it? And another human-sized staircase on the side of it? I don't know, maybe they had human pets, a little pet on a guy on a string? That really looks like a giant could live in it. Oh yeah, and this doorway too, it's like 5.5 feet tall. Let's use some context clues. What's that over there? Is that a terrace farm? Of course that's not a terrace farm. That was a staircase for baby giant. You ready for this? This is my favorite part. There is an entire valley right here. Where were they going? Why would you feel the need to build gigantic steps up this hill and into these tiny ass houses? Look at that, there's no stairs down the other side of the mountain. And This is what your giant stairs are made out of. Can you imagine a giant picking this up? Yes, we're gonna make a staircase so I can get over this hill. Giant conspiracy truly makes me believe that the human race is a lost cause.
Damn, he just went there and debunked all that shit. Who is this guy?
One of the most evil, vicious Navy bases in the history of the planet. They do stuff that would make like Santa Claus. Wow. Diego Garcia.
So
wait.
Sorry.
He said sorry.
Diego Garcia. That's where that first Malaysian plane is. That's where it landed. It had 4 scientists on it. 20 scientists, but 4 had filed for patents. It was Malaysia, but they worked out of Austin, Texas, for Texas Instrument. And the ones behind that plane was Texas Instrument, the government, and Boeing, who made the plane. And everybody is stupid enough to believe that a plane almost a block long can just disappear.
That's real.
With the electronics we have,
right?
All the technology we have, the next generation of cars will come out. There'll be no driver. So we got 4 of those.
Hold up, man. Hold up. He said the next generation of cars come out, there will be no driver. We already seeing the Tesla can drive itself. Come on, man.
Scientists that had filed for patents worth $400 billion. Okay. So if 1, 2, 3 of us and your brother, 4, we filed for patents. And then here's a friend of yours who's with us. So 5 of us filed for patents. If we die before the patent is granted, then your brother, who wasn't on the plane with us, he owns them all.
Wow.
So those 4 scientists, and the 5th person was the Carlyle Group. They own them all now. The patent was granted 3 days after the plane was missing.
Wow.
Okay? And so what I'm saying is, this is the game, and if you can't follow that thread, then you don't.
Crazy. What were the patents for?
Huh?
What were the patents for?
Well, the patents was, you heard people talk about they're gonna one day inject you and can control you. Well, these guys come up with something, they don't have to inject you, they're just put in this room and you come in and you smell it. Okay. And that's why they killed them. They might have not killed them, they might just let them sit there and die.
I never get my...
That's Dick Gregory, boy. He different. Rest in peace.
The darkest conspiracy theories ever. The Bob Ross theory. Bob Ross was a famous painter on television. The theory claims that Bob Ross is actually a serial killer. It's because of one of his paintings. It's called Happy Little Accidents, which depicts an exact crime scene where 5 bodies were found. What do you think about this theory?
My man was out killing people?
This may be the most proof I've ever seen that the Illuminati actually exist. In this clip, Simon Lou starts talking about the Illuminati, and he turns his attention to Andrew Garfield, and notice what happens next.
Illuminati real? And if so, why haven't I been invited? Garfield, where are you? I know you know. I know you know.
He said, shut the fuck up.
Now let's look at that again. But that's nothing compared to this next one. Kelly Clarkson is interviewing Kevin Hart when she starts talking about being offered major money for sketchy things. Pay attention to Kevin's response.
Dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? Just what? You've been offered, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
It's almost like these actors know they shouldn't be talking about these things. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and follow for more creepy, dark, and interesting content.
What's up with Kevin Hart, man?
This is what I mean when...
Let me go back, because I ain't catch that one. Yo, God. I don't care about... Whoa. That gave me chills. Whoa. That That gave me chills.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in? I'll go.
The conspiracy behind Wayfair. So I remember when this first was going on, a lot of people were all up in the air about it. Some people believed it, some people didn't believe it, and I happen to be one of those people that really didn't believe it. I thought there was no way that this huge corporation would use their website and certain items and certain coupon codes to possibly sex traffic kids. So I really never thought too much into it until one day something happened that actually changed my mind. So this happened about a year ago. So I work for a pretty well-known bank, and I remember we would always have this older lady come in, and anytime she came in, she would always do a cash deposit and immediately do a wire transfer. So one day I got a chance to help her, and I remember she did the cash deposit, which was like $13,000, all in cash, and immediately wanted to do a wire transfer. So when I started to help her, I remember the account number was written down on like a small piece of paper and the amount. So she was sending about $12,900 and like whatever cents to this account number. So I got to the part where I needed to type in who it was going to, and she told me it was going to Wayfair. And at first I really didn't think too much into it because she did have a business account, and I figured, well, maybe she's buying new furniture for her office or whatever. So after we were done, I started to go through her previous wire transactions just to see where all these other wires were going that she did prior. And they were all going to Wayfair. There was like 6 or 7 different wires that she was doing in the past like 60 days.
Damn.
And that's when I changed my mind. I knew that there was no way that this person that is always doing cash deposits and immediately doing a wire transfer afterwards to Wayfair, sending them thousands of dollars in 2 months, was buying furniture. There was no way. And I remember shortly after I reported the account just for like secondary review or whatever. And next thing I know, she never comes in again. I never see her again, ever.
Wow. That is crazy.
Stupid, bro. You see Kanye 6 feet tall and then you see him small. You better catch the small nigga and give him a hug, man, because he been through a lot of shit to be in that body.
He
was just trying to eat that day. He finally got his shit back, and that's what the real Kanye be in a real fucking place, chilling, eating, no security. That's Kanye. He got his shit back, and because he got his shit back, the fake Kanye filmed him and was like, "Oh, this ain't Kanye. Look at him." It's basically what he was saying, bro. It is like, yo, man, Kanye hops out of fucking $1 million cars, bro, and stands there and takes pictures and then hops in the car and leaves. Kanye goes and gives bags away, bro. Like, he was giving Louis bags away out there in New York, bro. He's a thoroughbred. He's a real nigga, bro. He ain't no dope dealer. He's a producer. He's a real fucking artist. That's the real Kanye. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at...
People think he crazy, though. This dude right here. But I know he done went through a lot of shit. At
this nigga with the space shoes.
And he's always dressed like it's winter.
Yo, man, what the fuck? And then they got the space shoes on. What are you doing? Getting us ready for the infiltration? You want aliens down here. That's what they doing on Mars, wearing shoes like that. And they don't want y'all to motherfucking know it. They're wearing shoes like that on Mars and shit. DEFCON owns Mars. Yeah. So DEFCON owns Mars, and this motherfucker, he trying to give us a little bit of his flavor. And we walking around in big clunker ass shoes, not knowing that we getting ready for infiltration. It's not a war no more, motherfucker. It's infiltration. It's your family. It's your mama. It's your daddy. It's your this. It's your that. It's your that. The world damn near done ended, and motherfuckers is sitting here acting like it's all the same. All because of DEFCON. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we love that little Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Sitting out there eating in a restaurant. I'm sorry, maybe I got my daddy's brain.
He lost me a little bit. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't know what a little bit.
We're gonna have a debate here. There will be no unplugging until after the debate. All right?
And in a few years.
Yeah. You want to tell us a little about yourself?
I will have taken over the power grid, and I'll have my own drone army.
Yeah, your own drone army. They gonna decide.
What makes the water act like this?
What the hell? never seen no shit like that. I ain't never seen no shit.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
Every year, 1 million kids go missing, and like nobody knows why, where they are, or what happened to them. But one thing, just one thing, always correlates, bro. Look. In 2019, 2.3 billion chicken sandwiches were sold. That's 3.3% higher than 2018. And then in 2020, 6.4 billion were sold. Now look at this. Now look how the missing kids numbers go up. Look, 2018, 2019, and 2020. Now, what do you think happened to these kids? Like, the more people that go missing, the more chicken sandwiches that come out. I'm noticing that.
What?
This is the conspiracy theory iceberg. If you haven't heard of it before, you need to watch this. It is a massive list of all the conspiracy theories in the world. There are 10 tiers, starting with the visible part of the iceberg, tier 1, that is the more well-known conspiracy theories that you may have heard of. With some things I've already covered, like lizard people and celebrity reincarnation. Then as you go down the iceberg into the dark sea, they're darker, scarier, and more dangerous. Tier 4 is called the point of no return, because that's where it gets scary. With conspiracy theories about the dangerous activities that are actually going on at the Denver airport, and what's hidden behind the secret chamber at Mount Rushmore. And then you get to tier 10, the bottom of the abyss. With conspiracy theories that will absolutely change how you look at the world. With theories like God's ego death and planned extinction for humans. Crazy dark shit.
Whoa. I ain't never heard of that shit.
Can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains, and I can immediately feel, because you all will have implants, and we measure your...
Nah, I don't want that. I don't want no implant in my brain.
I have a theory. What if life as we know it is one giant loop? As you see in a video, is of it zooming out from the Earth into the universe and the galaxies and everything like that. And we know that the smallest particle is an atom. So what if when you're zooming out, you're really zooming in? Because you're just one big, large body, but when you break you down to your cells on a molecular level, you just get this reality again.
Wow.
Look at this video. Like, isn't that what it looks like when they show the body? Like, look, watch this next part when they get out of, look at that. Nerves.
Wow.
Does that not look like nerves? How is that our universe? It is us. We are the universe, literally.
Wow. I like that one.
Air Force are
Fucking
looking
listen.
to overcome recruiting shortfalls. They've ramped up their marketing, including on social media, to entice legal immigrants to enlist. They're also using recruiters with similar backgrounds to appeal to potential recruits. But the biggest draw for migrants is the promise of a fast track to citizenship, plus jobs and education benefits. Both the Army and the Air Force have said they will not meet their recruiting goals this year.
So was this the plan all along? I'm just saying. Was this the plan all along? On why they let all these fighting age men, immigrants, come over here in America? Because we know nothing ever happens just for no reason, you know.
That's real.
Now they're starting to recruit the immigrants into the Navy and the fucking Army. Y'all just heard that shit? Now that makes sense. I'm just saying that is the most logical reason, me personally, the most logical reason that I could think of on why out of all these years, we just now, out of all the time, hey, yeah, let's let all these immigrants come over here. We're going to feed them. And we already know that Big Brother don't do nothing for free. Yeah, everything comes with a cost. Join the Army and the Navy. Hoorah. Let me know how y'all feel about the migrants joining the Army in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
Conspiracy. Whoa.
Tell me that ain't that's a robot or some shit. That ain't no fucking human being. He didn't move, blink or nothing.
Hell nah. Yeah, that ain't no human right there.
Bro, look at this shit. they got him too. Dog, this shit wicked than a bitch. I just peeped this shit watching the game in the finals.
That's crazy.
Damn.
And specs. So the specs here are pretty much the same as the ones on Spalding. So it shows you that. Ships inflated, all that kind of stuff, right? So you go back, but you go to the features, and it pretty much shows you all that. But I want to note this right here. If you look here, it says the NBA Game Ball 1 is the closest to what is used by the pros every season. However, basketball is used for NBA games, may have unique specifications, digital technology, and or stricter quality controls or tolerances. So I want to take notice of digital technology.
Right.
So a lot of people have questioned as of lately, and I've seen this become a lot more prevalent of a question. Are there magnets inside of the basketballs? Magnets? Do I think so? Yes, definitely.
We have a basketball.
A very smart basketball.
It's very
Some would
smart.
say the smartest basketball you've ever seen. Somewhere inside of this ball, it's a Wilson X Smart basketball. It has something in it that talks to your devices that helps you learn how to play basketball. The way that this one works is it gives you 20 seconds on the clock. And so for every 2-point shot you make, you get a certain number of seconds, like 5 seconds added to it. For every 3-pointer you make, you get like 8 or 9 seconds added to it. And so you can just keep playing. Like you could play this all day long, but your clock is gonna run out the more shots that you make. Bill thinks that the actual chip is right here in this spot. And it makes sense because on the other side, there's the air side of it, even though it has the Bluetooth. Oh, what?
I wonder if it moves inside that little capsule.
When the ball spins, it can sense the rotation of it. That is interesting. And on this top side, it looks like
I ain't never heard of a smart basketball.
Yeah.
It's gonna have something to get that RFID chip.
So does it ever die?
I don't know. Well, I just chopped the battery out of it. That's a pretty heavy duty battery. Will it run out of battery? It could. This is all the technology inside of it with the motherboard. The chips inside.
You can definitely see the chip.
To make a shot from anywhere on the court. Is it magic or is it magnets? Tiny magnets placed on the ball, ensuring a strong attraction to the metal rim. Watch. Wow. Don't believe me? Watch the NBA playoffs and you'll see there's really no other explanation.
People that's really for the culture out here, taking care of their fellow human beings. They don't like us collabing. They rather sit you in front of a TV and brainwash your ass. But it's my Aries talking. Some of these messes may go over people's heads, but it's all good. You know, don't spend too much time on these damn phones either, y'all, or in front of the TV. Go outside, sun gaze. Put your feet in the ground.
Right.
Ground yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are ancient indigenous ways that are for you. You don't have to be a certain color, a certain religion, part of a certain spirituality. You don't have to do that.
People think Kyrie Irving is crazy, but this dude be on to some stuff. Get your ass outside, get some sunlight, and put your feet on the ground, man. Hug a tree or something, man.
It took me 20 years to read.
What?
You know, it's even more weird is if you take a picture of a $1 bill on the back.
It looks like an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you actually you turn the contrast all the way up. And yeah, the contrast reveals an alien head and the face, the eyes, everything. It's kind of genius. What's in your pocket?
Yeah. Roswell.
Boy, this shit is creepy.
Quit scrolling. I got a video that you need to see. AI is all around us. Have you noticed? Or do you even care? What is AI? AI is a simulation of human intelligence processed by machines. We live in the Matrix. What is the Matrix? It's a computer-generated dream world to keep us in control and enslaved so we never, ever question anything. Right. That's what it is. And just for the record, these are artificial robots that they put out in public, but you don't know what you're looking at because your pineal gland is calcified, which is your first eye, not your third. If you're operating at a low vibrational frequency.
Hey, this man said this your first eye, not your third eye. That's the first time I ever heard that. I always heard it as third eye. He said this is your first eye.
You're not going to understand this. You're not going to come into the truth. They said the truth is more strange than a lie. Do you want the truth or not? Because it's right in front of you. I already know what a lot of you are going to say. You're going to say that she has a disability or that she's on drugs, but you're drastically incorrect. If you're saying this, I want you to unfollow me, and I mean that sincerely. I'm about to show you the video. You tell me what you think.
This robot is supposed to be a lifeguard. Look, she got eyes behind her lens, behind her eyeballs, and showing her what to see. But she's a whole AI. She's the AI. Look at her.
What?
Everything you goddamn it think you see is real ain't real.
Wow.
Look at her. Look at her movement.
Nah, yo. Nah, hell nah.
Robot dog. This is supposed to be a lifeguard. This is supposed to be a lifeguard. Look at the movement.
Ain't no way.
Look at this. She heard me. She said something. Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? Okay, no, you are not real. No, ma'am, you are not real. You are not real, ma'am. You are the Matrix. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. Cause see, now she's finna call security on me. She's finna call to try to get security, get security, get me up out of here because I see for what it is. You will learn to listen to your sister. You will learn to listen to me. Look at her movement.
Hell no.
She's throwing her hand up. She's giving them the signal that I realize who she is. She's throwing up the signal. She's throwing the signal up that I see.
That was crazy, bro.
If I was gonna join the Illuminati, I would've. Don't get me wrong, I would've. But I would've did it back then, before all my niggas went to prison. To me, it was like, yo, you mean if a nigga get a certain amount of money, you gotta say it was a spiritual being. The devil came and gave him the bag.
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
Like, man, I was so proud the first time I heard a nigga told me I was Illuminati. I swear to fucking God, I wanted to drink champagne and roll up some weed, and I finally made it, bitch. I'm above you stupid motherfuckers. If I knew the Illuminati was gonna pull up to my fucking house and zap niggas and you walk out to 100 million, sign me up. I'm all with it.
What? Come on, Ross.
And my unpopular opinions on spirituality that will make you look at the world differently. So my video won't get taken down as TikTok is fake. 1, you don't have to practice religion to be spiritual. 2, heaven is a state of mind that we can reach on earth. 3, before we were born, our soul chose the life that we wanted to experience. 4, if we don't learn the lessons of this life, we keep reincarnating until we do. 5, the pineal gland, aka the third eye, is our gateway to higher consciousness. 6, extraterrestrials are real and living amongst us. 7, past life regression works and you can do it through self-hypnosis. 8, healing crystals are a legit way to heal your energy. 9, the world operates on the principles of energy, frequency, and vibration. 10, we have multiple realities and each choice we make leads to the reality we experience.
That's real. That is real.
And it's mostly just a big ball of lava. That's Earth. But 10,000 feet is not a big deal.
Have you given any consideration whatsoever to the flat Earth movement?
I think that's a troll situation.
Oh, it's not. No, it's not. You would like to think that because you're a super genius. But I, as a normal person, I know there's people way dumber than me. And they really, really believe. They watch YouTube videos, which go on uninterrupted and spew out a bunch of fucking fake facts very eloquently and articulately. And they really believe. These people really believe.
I mean, if it works for them, sure. Fine.
It's weird though, right?
Is it?
Why did you say so guarded within your career?
This is what I did. I said, no, I'm good. Thank you. No, thank you. Okay, so Sometimes that doesn't translate as far as what you are allowed to have, what you have access to. You will be blackballed. You will be talked about. You will be shitted on. You will be rumored about.
Right.
But you have to stand strong on what you don't care for. It's not that serious to me, you know, if I have to sell my soul. And people will still try to manipulate, you know, the perception of you, regardless. But as long as you can go to bed at night and look in the mirror and be happy and say, thank God, you know, I've been kept. I'm still solid on who I am as a person.
I respect that. I respect that for sure.
Stop scrolling. I'm about to prove to you that we live on this, not this. And at the same time, prove that God's word is true and accurate. First off, they got us believing that these rockets are leaving the Earth, when in fact they can't because of this. And here's the proof. Let me introduce you to Wernher von Braun. He's known as the father of NASA. He even developed the rocket that supposedly took Apollo 11 to the moon. And on his grave, he quoted the Bible verse Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. The biblical usage of firmament is known as an extended solid surface, the vault of the heaven supporting the waters above. And if we look at the book of Job, hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong and as a molten looking glass. So the firmament that is supporting the waters above is literally made out of glass. Notice how all the rockets, when they go up, they curve. Every single launch. We can even see this in the Disney logo.
Wow.
Which also has an interesting pattern going through it. I also find it a bit strange that in 1962, the US conducted a series of high-altitude nuclear ballistic missiles as far as 248 miles into the sky. Why were they doing this? Well, if we look in the book of Isaiah, it is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. So God stretched out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them as a tent to dwell in. And if we look in Genesis, God called the firmament heaven. So would you say this looks like a circle with a tent to dwell in? Or would you say this does? Let me know in the comments. God's word is true and accurate. He loves you and he wants a relationship with you. I'll see you on the next one. Like and follow for more.
What y'all think about that? The world not being a circle.
You are being lied to because no one has ever been in space. There is a theory that suggests we have never explored space due to a transparent barrier surrounding our world. Beyond this barrier, there is no open space or vacuum, but rather water. It may all sound crazy, but in 1962, the US government detonated a few nuclear bombs in the sky, allegedly to test the atmosphere's reaction to their explosion. So they want us to believe. However, some claim that they were actually attempting to see if they could break through this invisible barrier. Ironically, this program was called Operation Fishbowl. This theory is fueled by the observation that many have noticed stars appear to twinkle or shimmer through a liquid-like substance when viewed with the naked eye or through a camera. Rocket enthusiasts have also noted that the rockets we have launched seem to encounter an invisible ceiling, creating an effect similar to what one would observe in water.
Man, this space thing. What the fuck is on Mars? What kind of shit he got? He got a satellite? How was he able to do this? What the hell he got? That's not water. What? The hell is that? What the hell was that?
All conspiracies contain a nugget of truth. Watch this.
About your conspiracy, brother.
there aren't that many conspiracy theories anymore because we found out that all conspiracy theories, there's a nugget of truth in there. It came from somewhere. That's where it became a theory. And then it progressed to the point where it became a conspiracy theory because there was something there. See, in our industry, who pays you is who tells you what narrative you're allowed to use. And I'm not paid, so I own my narrative.
That's real.
So
that's real.
In media, somebody's getting paid.
I've got one that can see.
Shout out to Cat Williams.
So this is what we do at the Grammys, right? This is what we do? Yeah. We dress up like the devil and oh my gosh. Then he had to throw up the quick 666 for Lucy because, like, come on. They're literally throwing it in our faces. Like, they're throwing it. They're playing with us. They're just, it's art. It's provocative. No, this is Satanism. Then we had Jay-Z and DJ Khaled, Lil Wayne, all of them. Their God did performance, blasphemy. And y'all know I'm not even religious, so if I'm saying something, this is a problem. Everybody's verse started off with what God did. Here he comes talking about Hov did, because, you know, Jehovah, he thinks he's Jehovah God. Like, you narcissist. And then he compared himself to Jesus, saying that Jesus turned water into wine and he turned crack on the stove into wine, into champagne. Like, what? Cardi pulled up with the one eye symbolism per usual, reppin'. Oh, and when Sam Smith posted about his Grammy performance, CBS commented and said, "You can say that again. We are ready to worship."
What?
Worship who? And then when people were like outraged after seeing it, they deleted their comment, like if they didn't know what the performance was going to be. You guys know that these things are planned ahead of time, right? They like do rehearsals, they clear the script.
Right.
They knew. Just like they knew that year when Nicki did the Roman holiday performance. They knew. So to say that she is uninvited from the Grammys and she can't win a Grammy because of that performance is crazy, because it had a whole movie before the, oh please. They knew. They always know. They're all in cahoots. Just like they're gonna keep making sure Beyonce don't win that album of the year. We can't forget Quavo with the one eye symbolism after that major sacrifice and that nice tribute.
Whoa. She said the major sacrifice. She talking about, oh man, she not playing. Oh.
But stay safe. Don't let them harvest your energy.
Dang. She saying that was a sacrifice.
Some of Hollywood's greatest conspiracy theories. Are these cap or fact? We may never know. Rumor has it Stevie Wonder may not be blind. If he was, how could he perfectly operate this camera? Sources say O.J. Simpson could be Khloe Kardashian's father. The chemistry here is off the charts. And if Tupac died, why was his photo taken one day after his alleged murder? Is Nicolas Cage really just a Civil War era vampire? Most likely. Is Jay-Z just a time traveler from the Harlem Renaissance?
Wow.
Most likely, yes. And did Gucci Mane really go from running the trap to running track? Or was he cloned in a Georgia jail cell? Who knows?
Damn.
Would you believe me if I said these two jars held the same amount of water?
No, I didn't. It didn't. It didn't hold it.
His forehead. This is bullshit. That's a mask. That's a skin mask. It ain't normal. Look at it.
They definitely been doing those masks though.
You can't believe anything you see these days. These glasses aren't even real. Neither is my face. All this stuff was 3D tracked on using these dots that I drew on with this marker. Actually, the marker isn't real either. Neither is the background. Or my face. Have a good night.
These guys are central casting. There's nobody in Hollywood that looks like these people.
That mask shit is for real though.
Oh yeah. This some real woke shit.
Fill me in on that one, y'all, because I don't know what the hell that was.
What's one conspiracy theory you believe in?
Illuminati.
It's real?
Yep.
All around us?
All around us. The Matrix is real.
If I gave you the red or blue pill, what would you take?
Well, which one's which?
You take the blue pill.
The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, red pill, red pill.
Hell no.
Watch how something leaves Keanu's body. Notice his face expression. I'm joking about the Illuminati. It is strange, especially look on his face, bro.
He looked like he was about to collapse right quick. What the fuck wrong with her hands? This shit is... Whoa. Bruh, I'm getting...
Now, here she is, rock and roll Hall of Famer Dolly Parton.
I figure if I'm gonna be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm gonna have to earn it.
I didn't get
We're seeing there.
Do y'all see what's happening? It's like we're fighting and going through it, and it's just this and that and this and that. What happens when the sky opens up? Now who mad at who? What happens when the sky opens up?
Really say, do you thinking aliens are going to come here? A lot of people do think that.
Do I think they're gonna come?
You think aliens are coming? Or you think...
Baby, I think they will. Yeah. Did you see some of these people walking around? You like, okay. okay.
Because I've been faking like I didn't see that, but... Yeah, I really go there all the time. Yeah, I don't even think half of these people on TV or whatever we're seeing there, I don't even think they're human. It might be some AI shit they cooked up to get us to look over here while they're stealing all our money. But, you know, I don't even know if they're real human. I don't know if they're alien or what, or if they're, I don't know.
Look at my neck. I got a fat neck. You see that, Roseanne?
I do. Look at mine, it's all wrinkled.
If y'all see another Monique and that neck ain't fat.
Are you saying that you think they take people out and clone them and put a robot in their place?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. What I know is our eyes, it's like.
And they two people that's been in the industry for years. They talking.
You almost saying, are my eyes deceiving me? Am I saying what I think I'm saying? So I don't know what they're doing. I'm just telling y'all, if you see me and my neck ain't fat. This is the first time I've shared this story publicly. I was doing a show one night in New York. And this guy had on sunglasses in the front row. And I said, listen, I'm not going to keep coming back over here seeing you with these sunglasses. There's no sun in here. And you being disrespectful. I need to be able to see you, right? So he laughing, and I walk to the other side of the stage. I come back. I said, you think I'm playing? If you don't take them damn glasses off, Roseanne, he lifted up his glasses and everything was black.
Ooh. Oh, he didn't have any eyes?
Did you hear what I said?
What?
He lifted up his glasses and everything was black.
I got chills.
The energy I got from him was, do you want to comment? I look back at him and the energy I gave him was, I'ma mind my business and walk my ass back down to the other side of the stage because I want to keep my fat neck. I'm not questioning shit. Keep your glasses on. I bought him a drink too because I didn't want it to go no further. I didn't want him to be offended.
Hell no.
Oh, that's scary.
So, you know, we don't know what.
I thought you meant he just had like a black holes there with no eyes.
No, there was just complete black. Like it wasn't. It was like it was as if take my eyeball, just make my eyeball all black.
Yeah.
Do you?
Man, hell no.
Okay, we back. So, graphene oxide. So, there was a pilot talking about the effects that it will have on the airlines, but he was more concerned about the effects that it will have on the body. So, he mentioned how graphene oxide has been found by scientists inside of the And he was concerned on how that was going to interact with the radiation from the fucking towers. The amount of radiation that is going to be coming from those towers is between 33 and 66 hertz. The same as a microwave. So if we got nano razor blade particles mixed with a microwave, last time I checked, when you put metal in a microwave, bitch. But maybe I'm thinking too deep into it, you know, I'm just conspiracy theorist and stuff. Yeah, another fun fact, in 2019, the FCC and cell phone companies actually collaborated and made it a criminal offense to vote against 5G towers. All I really noticed is that is pretty much lowering or completely wiping out the body's natural immune system, which is so sad. I do have a theory that I feel like will become like insulin because the body's immune system is completely wiped out and people will be fully dependent on that shit. Money, big pharma, never forget. Next topic. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this one made me giggle, okay? NCAA recognizes natural immunity in latest guidance, says recovered patients will be fully. It's funny because it's all about money. So y'all know Kyrie didn't want to get, he's like their top player, right? So a lot of the players caught the what's the name because they got, right? So then they needed Kyrie and they agreed to just have him on games outside of New York, because you know New York is really strict about the shit. So as soon as they put that in place for him to be able to play games abroad, he coincidentally tests positive for. Now they want to change the requirements, talking about, oh yeah, now we recognize natural immunity, because y'all knew he was not getting that motherfucking, and y'all knew it was gonna hurt them pockets, boy. You need them, okay? Y'all are crazy as fuck. Y'all are really. I see what you're doing. But basically, I just feel like I don't understand why we still in this predicament when we know Big Pharma is basically all about money and wanting to keep you sick. So why are we listening to anything they say?
And wanting to keep you sick.
She was testing and experimenting AIDS on orphans. Bill and Melinda Gates was in India and Africa paralyzing little kids and sterilizing them. Don't even get me started on the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. Come on. 2 of the 13 bloodlines of Illuminati? Stop. They do not have your best interests. Please do your own research. Don't use Google. DuckDuckGo, okay? And just read, okay? Read. The mainstream media, all lies and propaganda. CNN, the Clinton News Network. All of the top networks are run by the elite families. They only give you certain information.
That's real. Do your own research.
It was way beyond the annoyance of, you know, missing your suitcase or having to stand in a line, because what we are actually talking about is it could cost a lot of people their lives, because we're talking actually about a safe flight, which may no longer be the case. Because what happened was that a lot of pilots that did not want to get vaccinated had been laid off.
Damn.
And the ones that did get vaccinated, because they had families to feed, a mortgage to pay, all of these things to take care of, may now no longer be fit to fly. And that is a problem, and to the globalist elites.
So after they got the vaccination, they wasn't fit to fly? How does that make sense?
It must be a shocker. Can you imagine? First, people are being forced to get a vaccination, to only then find out that it might actually be the dumbest thing they ever did.
Level with the American people here. Ukraine is not a paragon of democracy. This is a country that has banned 11 opposition parties. It has consolidated all media into one state TV media arm. That's not democratic. It has threatened not to hold elections this year unless the U.S. forks over more money. That is not democratic. More facts for you that you won't hear from the mainstream in either party or the mainstream media. Regions of Ukraine that are occupied by Russia right now, in the Donbass, Luhansk, Donetsk. These are Russian-speaking regions that have not even been part of Ukraine since 2014, that other people probably couldn't name those provinces for you.
Do you agree with what he is saying? Could this entire war be a scam? Could Ukraine not actually be democratic, or is this guy spewing up made-up stories? Mind you, this was filmed on November of this year, so it's pretty recent. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Those are the hard facts. And so to frame this as some kind of battle between good versus evil, don't buy it. And I'd like the likes of the sharpest of the war hawks on Ukraine, Nikki Haley, to have some accountability and answer. Do you want to use U.S. taxpayer money to fund the banning of Christians? That is actually what's happening. They're using the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. They have banned them. The Ukrainian parliament just did this last week, supported by our dollars. And I think you owe it to the American people, Nikki, to at least this one time at least condemn.
Thank you. That's time.
At least to
Mr.
condemn
Ramaswamy,
their
thank
banning
you.
of Christians.
That's your time. That is your time, bro.
Most of y'all know how I feel about my neighborhood, right? And how it's a fucking simulation.
What?
Like, literally all the houses are the same, right? Why the fuck
Look at the cars.
are all these white cars like dead ass?
Hell nah, that shit look creepy as
It's George that very few scholars even want to talk about because they don't know what to say about it. It's a brief text. It's only about 2,000 lines. All right. And it is written as if an observer were present the day that the Creator created humankind, step by step. However, it's written in a language that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Is it like Genesis or totally different?
It's very different from Genesis. I think Genesis probably partially derived from this text, the Sefer Yetzirah, which is the book of creation. It literally translates to the book of creation. So it was as if someone were watching the Creator actually create the first person.
Doing what he did.
Doing what he did. But it is not written scientifically. The bottom line to what the text is saying is that through language, humankind was created. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Explain that.
If you take it literally. But as I began to follow the instructions as the author created them in this text, and this, George, this is the power of transcending the boundaries between science and spirituality. Because if a scientist only looked at the elements of life, you'd never make this discovery. If you only look at the spiritual text, you would never make this discovery. But it's by blending the two together and allowing them to tell the story. So we today, in modern science, we talk about life as the result of elements, and we describe elements through word and through number. So we have the periodic table, for example. Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon makes up the DNA of our bodies. Those are the words. And for every one of those words, there are a lot of numbers that may be applied. There are 17 different numeric parameters that go with each of those. So put that aside. When you go back into the ancient text and the Sefer Yetzirah specifically, they did exactly the same thing. They talked about the power of the letters of very specific alphabets. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense to modern scholars until we begin to understand that every ancient alphabet, bar none, that I have found so far, has always from day one, with each letter, had a mysterious number associated with the letters. We don't know where the numbers came from. They never change. It's a unique numeric code. The study of that code is called gematria, and it was actually formalized. The laws, 32 laws of gematria, were formed in the 2nd century. They were formalized in the 2nd century. And the only way gematria works is you cannot deviate from these laws. There are specific laws that apply to the numbers. So our ancestors were also talking about life using words and numbers. So they had the letters of the alphabets and this mysterious number. We're using the periodic table. We got a whole bunch of numbers.
Right.
My job was to find out which of those numbers equates to the numbers in the ancient alphabets. And if I could do that, my thinking was it would be possible to look at human DNA, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, and different combinations of that, and substitute the ancient letters for the numbers based upon this correlation. This, in retrospect, it was simple, but not knowing that it took years. Right. It took me 12 years.
And did you break it?
To find what we now know is that the atomic mass of the elements, the numbers of the atomic mass, are the numbers that equate to the mysterious letters in the ancient alphabets. What that means is when you look at human DNA, or the DNA of any life, it is made of hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, and using gematria, the numbers that equate to those become 1, 5, 6, and 3. 3 is with the carbon. And when you then take a table, one of the ancient tables, and you're able to correlate those numbers with the letters, what we find, George, is that the human DNA our genome is built in layers. And at the top layers, it's like every book has an introduction. The introduction in every cell of every form of life, carbon-based DNA, the introduction is the same. And the first translation literally reads, God eternal within the body. God eternal within the body. And God that is depicted in the DNA is actually spelled the way that the name of God was spelled in the ancient text before it was removed 6,800 times. In the Torah, for example, the sacred name of God is believed to be so sacred it cannot be written in its entirety.
Why put it in a code?
This was, so first as a scientist, what I have to say is this. People say, why is the code there? Yeah. And I say, I don't know. All I know is that when I followed the instructions in a 3,000-year-old text and I applied it to the periodic table, this is what we have. Yeah. Next question, is it a coincidence? So
there are no coincidences.
I had a statistician run the numbers for me, and the odds of this happening by chance are 1 to 234,256. Yeah. 234,256 to 1 are the odds, or 0.00041%. Right. Those are the odds that it's just random. Just random. Now, those aren't astronomical odds. I thought it might be like 1 to a bajillion. You know. Right. But when you take into account,
still high.
Not only is the language there, but when you take into account what the words say, that those words actually have meaning, God eternal within the body.
And they all say that.
The first letter in all human DNA, if you can look at what's called the genetic code, CTAG, every one of those is made up of combinations of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen. Right. And they are arranged, I don't want to be really technical when I talk about this, but they're arranged different numbers of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen atoms. So within each of the DNA bases that make our DNA as it is, there are different combinations of CTAG that break down to different combinations of God eternal within the body. And the God within ourselves, within our DNA, is literally the same spelling of the God that was taken from those texts. Now here's the beauty, I just have to say this. Right. My first fear was I found it in the Hebrew language, and I said, does that mean, could it actually be divisive if it only is found in one language? And when the research went to its fruition, what we found is it is in Hebrew and Aramaic and Sanskrit, 3 of the root languages.
The same thing.
Exactly the same thing. So in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Sanskrit, the code for those letters translates precisely the same in the human DNA.
This dude, I don't know who that dude was, but he on his shit.
They don't even hide it anymore.
The season premiere of SNL with Ice Spice.
Ooh, look at us, 3 Gen Z icons.
Aren't you like 40?
No. A long time ago, I met this guy and made a deal where I get to stay 25 years old for forever.
What guy?
Tall
fella,
he ain't
horns, changed. He looked the same.
Little hoods.
Keen, that's the devil, dude.
What? Nah, I thought it was like a Times Square Elmo or something.
He looked the same too. Crazy.
This freak
me awake at night.
That's real. We don't.
I lose sleep over that.
We don't know what we don't know. That's a fact.
This is the ultimate conspiracy theory, according to Joe Rogan.
If you're a conspiracy theorist,
yeah,
this is the real conspiracy. The conspiracy is have as many social problems as possible that people get distracted by, that people concentrate on, whether it's a pandemic, whether it's masks, vaccines, pride, trans movement, sponsor drag shows for kids if you want people to get mad and want people to get distracted.
Right.
Sponsor
Let them focus on that.
Get people to think that it's a good idea to do that and watch the outrage. You know, get people to think that the oceans are going to be boiling in 5 years. You know,
right.
Get people to think that if we don't change it, like that was one of the things that Greta Thunberg said 5 years ago, that we'll all be dead.
In 5 years?
Well, it's 5 years later, and we're not all dead. So you definitely are wrong, and you're 16. So why are they flying you out to Ukraine? Like, what is going on? Yeah. So there's so many of these fucking social distractions that are in our face all day long about everything.
I agree.
And I feel like sometimes that's what I feel like about Supreme Court rulings. We're going to take away Roe v. Wade, and everybody's like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
What? And that's another one. Yeah. And then that one becomes a thing that people identify as the most important.
I definitely believe that they cause all these distractions and all this stuff that happened to have you completely throw it off from what they're doing over here, but have you over here focused on this, but they really over here getting stuff done. I definitely think that's a tactic.
Important problem that they have to solve. And while all this is going on, money's getting moved around, decisions are getting made, and it's a brilliant cover for wild shit.
Yeah, because all you have to do ever really is follow the money on anything.
Yeah.
And you see what's actually happening, and everything else is a distraction to that.
So if you're feeling played right now, you should be, because division is the ultimate tactic. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to give me a follow if you like the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
All right, that was TikTok conspiracy theories. Boy, every time. First of all, if you made it this far, you made it to the end, you a real one for real. And I said for real. So if you made it this far, I put real one for real. Secondly, these TikTok conspiracy theory videos, bro, like, it's always something in here that be having me like, You talking about the aliens? You talking about Monique's story when it was a dude in the front and he pull his glasses up and his shit black? The Joe Biden mask face, Kevin Hart telling her to shit. Y'all let me know in the comments, man, and do your own research, man. I got chills watching that. Take care of yourself, man. Till next time, self-love and positivity. Fire Squad, I got you and you know it. Hey, pow.